How restricting is it for a manager that you can only get them really going and after Christmas?
It is tough going, like, and I also think that it's leading to a few injuries, because fellas are coming back and you're expecting them to step up to a 3 or 4 night schedule straight away. And I think if you could be tipping along there in November, December, doing maybe a night's running of a Wednesday night and doing their gym work around that the bodies would be much more ready for the heavy training that kicks in January. So I don't know. I do wonder about it. Like, the colleges fellas then are getting really murdered this time of the year. They're trying to juggle World Cup preparation for the Fitzgibbon and show their face with us as well. So it's hard going. I don't agree with it. I think it could be better timed, to say the least, or maybe play a couple of rounds of the league again in the autumn. I know there's a proposal in for that to Congress. So I think you could look at the structure and maybe improve it a bit.
You're playing some of your games at Croke Park this year. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, sure. When I first heard about it, I suppose we play awfully in the championship in Parnell Park this year at the end of May. So I suppose there's a bit of a wrench there. You'd be kind of half hoping to be in Parnell. It's tight and good Dublin crowd in there can get behind you, and it's hard. Where Croker is more of a neutral stadium for everybody. But at the end of the day, I suppose it's a fantastic opportunity as well for our lads to play in Croke Park against Tipperary and against Kilkenny, the two top teams in the country. And in the overall picture, it's definitely of much more benefit to us to go in and play those games there. And we'll still have the Galway game at home in Parnell, so we'll get a feel for it in that. And but I think it's a great opportunity for lads to go in there on a decent occasion and great surface as well, which not always, you don't get that in the National League always, in February and in April. So we look forward to it, and I think it's a great challenge for the boys.
Conal Keeney has switched from the footballers and joined the hurlers this year. How's he settled in?
He's settled in great. Conal is sort of a natural hurler, I think, really. I mean, you wouldn't know, you certainly wouldn't think he had been away from Intercounty since 2004 to see him in training, and that his touch is good. And but he, like everything else, he's only a few weeks done, and but he's working very hard, and he'd be anxious, I suppose, to keep up in his intensity level and getting the touch higher and higher as he goes along. And I think he'd be a huge addition to us in the course of the year. He has massive experience, both from the football and from Ballyboden as well. Like, obviously, he would have been lucky enough that Boden have won for the last 4 in a row and would have been, competing in the county final nearly every year for about the last 6 years. So he's got a good bit of top quality hurling at the end of every season. So he has kept the eye in, and as I said, probably a natural enough type of hurler. So probably finding the adjustment easier than a lot of guys would. But he's a lot of work to do. But he's a good worker. He's a head down and good trainer as well. He's a good lad to work hard.
Can we expect any other new faces in the panel? I believe Jedward might be making an appearance at Croke Park.
Yeah, Jedward are coming in, so my 3 daughters anyway are definite for the tip match.